into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Houston Texans. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Richmond. Target.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Reset.
Here's Watson now on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Telvin Smith not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Green 80. At 54, Green 80.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They give him a gain of 38.
That's an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
There's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
He's going to sling this deep downfield.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Green 80. Green 80.
Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. The 40, 20, 10, and he will have a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski, okay? Oski
different
was an
things
interception.
for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Now Bortles to try again after the pick 6. He's going to look. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, here's Watson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it a second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On the counter, it's Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Watson now to throw. Underneath for Miller. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
72,
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got him in. Complete. A gain of 39 that time.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Bortles going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cole. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Bortles now on first down. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Move. Hey, hold it.
On play action, it's Bortles. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
On third and long, it's Bortles. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their own 27. Now it's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. He looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Sunday. Green 80.
They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And complete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a first down when you want 3. Get a little bit closer, make it an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Watson on first down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Watson. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Watson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Miller. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Richmond. Black 99 Philly. Richmond.
On second down, here's Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Richmond.
Now a first carry for Deontay Foreman, who was lost to the Achilles injury last year. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now Watson steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Come back.
Back to throw, Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Rifkowski, the fullback, on the inside give. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Tiger. Richmond.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Throwing is Bortles. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. On play action, now Bortles. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Spread right, snap.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the Jaguars send out their punter. as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Ellington now to return it. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Green 80. Spread right, spread right, spread right, spread right, snap.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And now look at him go. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So now 2 pick 6s that he's thrown in this 1st half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number 1, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after.
The 2nd half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, 2nd half. Let's do it. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Lee, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Now it's Ellington to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Here's Watson now on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Richmond.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Reset.
On second down, here's Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
The Texans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Watson. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Reset.
They go back to the ground now with Miller. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Black 99 Philly. Richmond.
To throw on second is Watson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Tiger.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at the 34.
Hey, let's go. Trips left, trips left. Green is on. Mike 39, Lucy. Green is on.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bandit.
Bortles now to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. A bootleg. On the crossing route, complete. It's Fuller. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And the pitch goes to Miller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Santos with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 41. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Watson off play action. Rolling to his right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up this time. The Texans on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Watson. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your...
And my goodness, another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it again with Miller. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Watson off the bootleg. Throw left side complete. It's Griffin. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now the return, Rashad Green. Shifts by him. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a...
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On play action, it's Bortles going up top. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Jaguars on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Play action. Now it's Bortles. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. The 4-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. And that'll bring up 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Ellington. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Tiger.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Fielded at the 20. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking. This is caught inside the 15. So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for them. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Richmond, Tiger.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He gets this one to Bruce Ellington. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. And I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now a give. This is the fullback, Ripkowski. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead. You give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
You say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about. But as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Richmond. Reset. Two jet. Tiger.
Throwing now, Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, I used to play quarterback in high school. I can do this. Until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Now a play fake. Bortles. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be caught. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play. So it might as well have not even had the penalty.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield, has been something else in this game.
Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Throwing now is Bortles. Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 40, past the 20, and it's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Santos now to add the PAT. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.